Don't you love comic book cameos? Looks like this president has Captain America as a fitness coach. Arthur Adams introduced me to David Letterman. Thank you, Arthur. But as an artist, there's a fine line to draw between making it style accurate or recognizable. In The Simpsons, it's always super obvious when somebody is a real character because of the extra lines in their faces. Keith Richards, by the way, a great way in to the secret of drawing likenesses. I think I read about the drawer technique in this 1980s illustration book. The idea being that a face starts at the most neutral basic shape and then you pull or push in parts. Nose out and chin in for Edward Norton, nose in a bit and chin out for Kyle MacLachlan. And that drawer idea is of course not just in profile, it's just a concept. And actually it's probably more like clay, three-dimensional adding and pushing in of parts. This is an interesting comparison. Gregory Peck, very close to the classic all-around perfect proportion, but James Dean's eyes closer together with some bags under them, a narrower chin, thicker eyebrows, pointy ears. Then Elvis with the long flat nose, very elongated face and narrow mouth. Some comic samples of the last two, long faces and noses with a small mouth for Elvis. Here Milo Manara using James Dean as his protagonist with that tapered sharp chin, sticking very close to the photo reference. Some people may frown at this, but I think it's all good. And it's also a great lesson in how to translate a photo into line art, seeing which shadows turn into lines. John J. Muth here as well with a painted style. He flipped this reference shot. By the way, this comic is something very rare. Written by the husband and wife team of Walt and Louise Simonson. And then a 3-artist collaboration. One for Havoc, one for Wolverine, and one for the backgrounds. Anyway, let's dig into styles. I want to start with Robert E McGinnis, the old James Bond poster illustrator. His style is realistic, but somehow he manages to make the people just a bit cooler than they really are. Or much cooler in this case. Anyway, the coloring is pretty straightforward to recreate in Photoshop. Fade 2 colors together and add a noise filter to get that gravel paper effect. Then maybe blur it a little. Another way is to add a pattern overlay, but I prefer the noise filter. Then it's a matter of looking at reference and finding where the gradients are. Here going from A to C. And where the hard shadows drop, like the green part here is a hard outline. And you might say, well, then just trace the photo, but somehow I like drawing it next to it, so I can get some of my own style in there. The trick is to find the lines and gradients before you start with the paint. This week's stick figure challenge I sent out was a bit different than most weeks. No stick figure, just draw Nick Cage as Superman. And I'm gonna do it Robert E McGinnis style. This is my first try, and you'll see later why I did it again. I tried to mix these 3 reference photos into one for the face, but using that Superman movie costume test for the body for sure. I wish we could have had this Tim Burton Superman. Would have been very unique, and I'm sure Nicolas Cage would have been fantastic in his dream role, going all out. Okay, these are the brushes I use. I downloaded Kyle's brush set from the Adobe Suite ages ago, and it's pretty much all I ever use, besides the standard set. Then just pushing paint around on multiple layers till it looks okay, making sure to keep that first line sketch on a separate layer to refer to. Okay, now here I started getting a bit disappointed because it doesn't look like that McGinnis anymore. It's more a cartoon version, and that's its own thing. In cartoons you exaggerate the cupboard shelves even more, like pulling the chin out, the bottom lip too, big ears, and that has its own charm. But yeah, not McGinnis, so starting over from scratch. Guess I need to stick closer to one reference image, so just choosing this one. Face looking very long here as well, but I think it's because his hair hides his ears. So Nick Cage's already long face looks even longer in this. And I think he was going for a Jesus Christ look, right? Anyway, time to start the paint, which always looks really bad for about the first hour of work, but then it slowly starts coming together. Okay, add the body, a bit smaller this time. Make sure to drop enough dark shadows and keep blending. Then finally add the noise filter, and yep, that'll do. Look how well this shoulder worked out. That's Alex Ross worthy if you ask me. Okay, so that was my entry. Let's check how the participants did this week. I got 2 types of drawings, the full bodies and the headshots. Let's start with these two by Raul, and I think this one is his best one yet. It really looks like a cover. Great top pec highlight and fades. Nick Cage long face and flowing manes. And this is a fun homage to that Frank Whiteley cover. Just one thing I would edit is the placement of the nose. I never skipped the center line on my heads because I need to calibrate that nose to the top of the lip. So it's just slightly off here. So yeah, just a minor thing. Check out Ross's. Now that's Nicolas Cage. I think this entry has the best likeness of the whole group. Super clear who this is. And I'm a big fan of the watercolor lines. Very nice. But my tip for this is the cape. The face is super realistic, but I miss some depth and realism in the cape. I would like to see some more 3D folds, and it's not clear how the cape is connected. So yeah, adding those details would really sell the drawing. Okay, Jason sent me a bunch of sketches. Very cool. And this one's my favorite. The body has a great roundness to it. The face has the most symmetry of the bunch, and it does remind me of Nicolas Cage. One tip for the shadows on this one. It seems like you pick dropping them on the right side, but then this biceps should be light, especially since the hand shows that it's in front of the body. Then Benjamin! Now that's a Nick Cage lion mullet. It's a rough inking style, and I like it. It works. But for making it a bit more Nick Cage, try giving him more sleepy eyes, either by slanting them a little or closing the eyelids. Just cover part of that eyeball, and don't forget to add the line on top. Then Moosey Stool sent me this first, but then remembered the mullet and gave me this update. Yep, gotta have the mullet. I really like the style and the lighting in this one. The yellow from the background also in the faces. What could the dialogue be? Say hi to Lula for me. Lula! Then Warren. Very good likeness as well. Classic Nick Cage eyes done perfectly. Great colors. But if I'm strict, and I think that's the point of this, right? This coloring is flawless and gives it 3D, but here it's a bit of a sharp switch and it feels 2D, which is an option, but then it should be consistent, I think. Then Soares with great colors as well. Love that sun. And a nice elongated Nick Cage face. Mullet, check. The muscles feel a bit flat because the coloring is done the same on both sides. So better to pick a top or bottom and leave the other one out to get that 3D feeling. Pablo's first entry. Bullet stop, ping! I love this. Loose cartoony style, consistent lines. Reminds me a little of a Dutch cartoonist I love, Michiel van der Pol. The colors and this style, it all fits perfectly for me. Maybe just draw the other arm though. Here, I'll do it. Then Ultra! Wow, very cool. He even sent me this progression video. Really nice all-around triangle shape and perspective, like I mentioned in the leg video recently. He's a bit more handsome than actual Nick Cage though, but okay, all good. Cool background as well. Okay, but I can't help myself. Since the legs have that strong distortion, this arm could have maybe gone to the back a bit. Just an idea. Metal Skull enters with this puppy. Wow! I don't really read Superman, so I'm not sure who this little kid is, but it's a very cute drawing. Also a nice consistent rough style, but it's not so clear where the light is coming from. So maybe pick a clearer direction like this. Ghost Rider with a funny one. Kryptonite attack. Nice green eyes. The inking style works, but the feet look a bit off because the front leg is more down than the back leg, but that's an easy fix like this. Cool. Jacob. Nice. Also a good consistent style. I'm not sure how much Nick Cage you were going for. The eyes have it a bit, but it's giving me more Bruce Timm instead. My tip here is to drop the buildings in the back a bit more consciously. It's okay if they are just gray blocks, but don't let them merge or touch any of the front shapes too specifically. How about this? A bit less distracting for our eyes to analyze. Then Scribbling Joe with a pro entry here. Nick Cage eyes, nose, hairline, spot on. Pro level folds on the clothes. Nice texturing and highlights. Yeah, just perfect. Even put the time in for the detail and shadows on the boots. Then Pedro! This also must have taken some hours. Very good colors. Good Nick Cage eyes and nose. Just missing a bit of depth in the body. And you get that from not skipping the underlying shapes. I have some videos especially about that, so check out Practice these 8 shapes to draw superheroes. But very good job, especially on connecting the figure to its environment. Not easy, but you do it very well. Christopher with a nice John Byrne type Superman. Great job on the clean and retro style. I see a bit of Cage-ness in the eyes, but I'd like to see more if it was going for Nick Cage. But as a drawing itself, very nice. Not Crypto from the trailer, but a cute cat version. Check this out. Now that's Nick Cage uncaged by Reggie. This has enormous amounts of energy, lots of time spent on the hatching as well. It reminds me of the style of this super rare 1994 comic that I had from Boneyard Press about the life of Brandon Lee, made straight after he tragically died. So it was a super eerie and weird comic. Some panels were left white, which gave it a mystical feeling. I later found out it was because the artist couldn't get any reference, but at the time it felt like it was a censored comic, which made it even cooler. Anyway, I digress. As advice, maybe make the head a bit smaller, the abs a bit bigger, just slight changes to the size of the basic shapes. And check out Amadeus' entry. I love that he used the meme Nick Cage. This head is even bigger, but somehow it helps with the funny mood of the drawing. Also the soft focus on the shadows and that light on his face. Very good, happy drawing. Boom! Or Flap Flap Flap, Wind in His Hair by Josiah. Good Nick Cage likeness, got the long face and sleepy eyes. Little bit of Beavis and Butthead vibe. So if this were a movie, it would be for teenagers, I think. Nice consistent style. Then Paul with a whole scene. Also a very good Cage face and expression. Don't mess with this Superman. Great pose and foreshortening in the leg. Great hands and feet. Attention to shadows. My advice though is about the neck. It's hidden by the hair, and if he's up that high in the sky, maybe have the hair flapping in the same direction as the cape. And then we would see the neck muscles, traps and shoulder connection, which blends the body and head together. Okay, this is fun as well. Makes me smile. Bing! By Ty. Great testosterone Nick Cage. Long face and mullet. One tip for this arm. If it goes up, I would show the elbow on the bottom. Just a slight tweak. Careful with the shadows as well. You drop them on top of the arms, which means the light comes from here. So then the biceps would be in the light. You know when you download an image and then on your desktop you see the thumbnail and it looks great, and then you enlarge it and it still looks great? That's when you know you have a winner. I love this. Cute cartoony style but super detailed. Mic drop drawing. One more from Lewis. Just a quick sketch. Nice sleepy eyes. But for this I recommend not skipping the stick figure, because if I reverse engineer this, you see the shoulder to neck ratio is a bit off. The left arm here is done very well. It's a difficult angle, but it looks really good. But the other one looks off. So yeah, don't skip any of the steps and only continue when it looks good. Check this one by Bryant. 3 versions, all with very good Nick Cage-ness. This guy. Receding hairline, check. And Ian, nice colors. Like that the cape goes into an S. Yeah, beautiful. Alrighty, that's it for today. Like this video if you enjoyed it. And if you want to see my next videos pop up in your feed, subscribe. If you want to join in on the stick figure challenge, check the link in the description and it'll explain everything. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.